Welcome to the fourth instalment of our Lost Woodhead series. We're making our way from Deepcar all the way eventually to Hadfield. We've covered the history of the line before, but just a reminder, the Woodhead route was the UK's first electrified main line, but closed in 1981. Last time out we looked at the town of Penistone, from the old Woodhead station platforms to the original station and coal drops. We left you just as we polished off a couple of huge bacon sarnies, that's sandwich for anyone not from around here, to the west of the old Penistone Goods Junction. That should keep us going for an hour or so. We'll take this episode just short of Dunford Bridge.
Very busy trail this morning. It's a Saturday morning we're doing this today. When we did the previous section it was, what was it, Tuesday or something, and
heavy rain.
Yeah, horrific weather, so we pretty much had the trail to ourselves, didn't we?
Yeah, a couple of dog owners. It's just a bridge. Morning. Good morning.
It's a big bridge, isn't it? It's a stunning time of year to be out doing walks like this, isn't it? All the colours. It's probably my favourite time of year, this, actually, to be out and about. Autumn.
Yeah, crisp January morning.
This is Thirlestone. Site of Thirlestone. Was it a level crossing or just a farm crossing? I don't think it's a main road though, is it? So yeah, so if it's a level crossing, it's like there's a post there that maybe had a warning sign on that at one point, and then this just caught my eye from down on the track bed. Look at that's a gate post. So this is a proper crossing gate, isn't it? Look, rotten now, but you get the idea. And same on that side. Look, that's like a little pedestrian gate, isn't it? Little mini gate. It's not wide enough to have a full gate and a pedestrian gate, surely.
I think this is a bit over-engineered.
Yeah, it's a bit big, isn't it?
Let's just rewind a second. How did I completely miss here that there were still rails visible in the ground? Very disappointed in myself.
A large post of some description here toppled over and snapped in two. What was that? All the way down here, look. And then it disappears into the undergrowth. Another one of those walks where we're kind of enclosed in tree line cuttings and embankments, and you don't get much of an opportunity to admire the views, but it's not bad, is it, when you do get that swift glimpse. Excellent. We've got some rails down there, so that's a single rail. There's the other one, but we've got the other two over here. Why have they just left them in then, do you think?
I don't know.
Look at that. You see the check rail over the crossing as well. Fantastic. What's this level crossing called, John?
Shaw Hall level crossing.
Shaw Hall level crossing. And the old telegraph post. Yeah. Gonna get run over. Meandering down the middle of the road. And we've got the gate post just on the other side, look. In a minute. Another one of those big, thick, chunky ones. And some remains of the gate. Yeah. Sad, isn't it?
It's left there forever.
Mind you, they're not built to last forever, are they, those? And then the crossing keeper's cottage just on the side of the track. I love things like this, John, that are bits that, little bits of remains.
That should be there for a long time.
I mean, they've obviously just tarmacked over them, haven't they?
Yeah, but if
The old maps show us that there were actually 3 running lines over the crossing. But just take a look at the black bell still attached to the side of the crossing keeper's cottage. This was to warn of a train approaching.
Telegram cable. Got this old bridge. 2 different styles of arches. This looks like it's like that one at Godley.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Original bridge.
Yeah,
And then over this side, look, is another arch, but that's got like a blue brick. Is it blue brick? I can't see from here. But that's got a newer brick arch added on, so that's something they've added at a later date. We got a passing loop or a siding or something like that here.
there was 3 lines.
3
It's
lines.
been 3 lines for a long time. We haven't really spotted that.
We did comment, didn't we, that it had widened out a bit.
Yeah. Right.
And there's that double arch bridge looking back. Yeah, look how wide. And this cutting, have they had to re-cut a little bit more? So this I was just thinking to myself there, John, while we were filming that, is the 3 lines.
That was on the 1900s. The map around the turn of the century, the 3 lines.
Yeah, so it wasn't as part of the modernisation and the upgrade. I say upgrade, I'm talking about the times when they electrified the lines. So this well predates that era.
Yeah. Well,
I'd just like to take the opportunity to welcome a few new channel members since the last video. Welcome to Ian, Brendan Perkins, sorry for typing Brenda last time out, and Glyn Littlewood, who you'll actually get to meet on a video in the near future.
So there's a shot of the bridge that we've not been able to walk over, but that's a replacement bridge. But you can see these former bridge abutments. So there was 3 lines, John, we've just been saying. That's if there is still 3 lines over this bridge. What's going on with this one? Why is...
I think that's concrete.
Yeah. Back on the trail. A diversion there. It diverted us off and I'm not quite sure. Right, let's get back on. So round about here was the Bullhouse Colliery. It's just on this side here. Straight away we're seeing, I've not seen any photographs of this area or what used to be here, but there's a retaining wall there all the way along. It's like there's been some reinforced parts of the wall there, look. It is an interesting piece of artwork, isn't it? Look at a cutting now.
It's impressive. Just out of nowhere.
It's took some quarrying to get through here, hasn't it? Driving here this morning, I was just some memory came into my mind. I must have only been really young. I'm talking 5 years old.
Right.
And we had a drive out here in a family friend's car with my mum and dad, and they were taking the tracks up. It was over the other side of the tunnel. It was on the Woodhead side, and I vividly remember, because I remembered coming back past there in the car later on in life, and but I remember driving back this way as well. What a beautiful little story. So it's on...
I assume it must have been here.
Yeah, it's got to be on the inside of the line because it's on the inside of the curve. Yeah, possibly, yeah. Yeah, all the little bricks. I'm assuming that this little cottage that these signs are referring to is... So it was here then. So that's a nice little story, just some signs attached to the trees about a cottage and the people who used to live in the cottage and their lifestyle and stories of living next to the railway. I saw the gate post, John. I mean, that's little things like that that accompany these disused railway lines, you know. The size of the embankment that we're on here. That is some embankment, John. We've just been there cutting as big as this embankment only minutes ago. Such challenging landscape to build a railway through, isn't it? It's very windy as well, isn't it? I didn't realise this section was so curvy. I know I keep saying it, but what an absolutely beautiful walk.
Yeah,
I mean, it's very wooded, but you do get the glimpses of the surrounding countryside. There's a rabbit, look, just here. A very inquisitive looking rabbit. Got a cracking set of ears, hasn't he?
I think that's a really good job.
Right, another one of those bridges. We couldn't walk over the last one, could we? There's the modern replacement bridge. We're coming up to a station, or the former site of a station, shall we say. And the name of that station, we've just been having this discussion. I did my Duke of Edinburgh Awards, and this is one of the places we camped at. We did a lot of the walk around here, and we used to call it, when I was at school, we used to call it Hazelhead. There was like an activity centre or a thing where school kids used to come, and we knew it as Hazelhead. But is it Hazelhead, Hazelhead? It's spelt Hazelhead. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's probably Hazelhead.
I suppose depending on who you talk to, John, it'll be different. But the station, I think, was on the left. We have got some buildings here. I don't know if these are the original station. Oh, okay. I mean, they've got a nice big rhododendron bush blocking it, but look, that's like the end of a station building or a signal box.
Yeah, it's like it's done in a signal.
It's a railway station. You get a better view from here then. It's absolutely lovely building, isn't it? And then there's another building just over here that looks quite a bit older. It's in the style of like what we saw or didn't see, the Outer Bridge and Deepcar, isn't it? Reinforced concrete for something there. I don't know, space for something, isn't it? There is another disused line going off, branching off in that direction. John, you're going to have to remind me, what were those collieries called we had? Hazelhead or Hazelhead?
Yeah. Hepworth Iron Works.
Yeah.
And the other one is Sledbrook Colliery.
Sledbrook Colliery. Quite a bit then.
Yeah.
And that line going off towards Crow Edge. Somewhere. It's not here actually, is it? It's a bit further on. These maths are confusing me, John. It says it's still 4 kilometres to Dunford Bridge. Now we've walked, look at my watch, we've walked 8 kilometres and we've not really deviated off the trap head, so, and it was 9 kilometres from the start, so yeah.
It says 5.6. We've come further. I don't believe it. There's 7 tracks here.
7 tracks. It's obviously in a later date. Some interesting bits of information on this board here we've just been reading. So as well as we said it's 7 tracks wide, it said it here on one day in 1928, 104 eastbound trains passed through here. Yeah, and then it just mentions about the half a mile railway down to Hepworth Iron Company works at Crow Edge and on to the collieries. So 7 tracks wide. We was commenting as we were walking up, what a very, very wide area, isn't it? We're just on the lookout for this little branch line that went off, and hello, is this it? I don't know, there's a kind of wall or platform end or something here. What was this? Let's investigate. Maybe some kind of cattle dock or goods dock or something like that.
So I think the line was just down here. This is almost like kind of like.
Are we on the junction now?
Yeah, this is the junction.
So what's this? What's this?
Right.
I thought it was a platform. It's not platform like on top. It's all remains scattered on the floor. What if it was the base of a building or some? Could it have been a signal box? Is this the base of the signal box, John?
Yeah, maybe.
Because look, it's a weird shape, isn't it? And there's, I don't know.
It's definitely sort of differentiated between the line here and the line round there.
Yeah, looks like we've had a few glimpses of the branch from a distance, walking, just walking up the line, and it does look like it's got quite a little bit of an incline on there. So just looking back, where this branch line would have come back onto the main line.
This private branch line at Hazelhead closed in 1964, but I'm not sure exactly when it was opened. It made its way up to Crow Edge, Hazelhead Colliery, Sledbuck Colliery and the Hepworth Ironworks on what looks like quite an incline. I've seen the figure of 1 in 25 mentioned, and the line of the track bed is still very much visible from the air and from the road.
We got this retaining wall on the left hand side here as well, goes all the way, I can see, into the distance. It's obviously where they've extended, or they've widened this section at some point.
Head Bridge or Hazelhead? We still haven't decided. Hazelhead. In fact, there's actually a bit of a story about that here. So as we were saying, there used to be 7 track widths at this location. Some beautiful buildings have been restored now and private residences. And then finally, if we just go over here, you can see also a signal box, which is also beautiful, and the station building now has had an extension, modern extension, and they've recreated the effectively the end of a signal box, which is really lovely. I'd love to own that house. Lovely serene setting here.
This isn't on the railway line. This is just down the side of Hazelhead Station, and there's a little recess here. So I'm not quite sure what that's for. Just on the ramp on the way down. Well, we just off down at the bottom to have a look underneath the bridge. So I'm guessing, could this have been the station approach? Yeah, to the eastbound platform, possibly. I'm not sure. The buildings are on the other side of the track bed, the old station buildings, so I'm guessing the main approach was on that side, but there are some old station / railway related buildings just down at the bottom of the of this lane, which is why we're coming down here.
This is the Railway Hotel, Public House.
Oh, it's the Railway Hotel. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, lovely old building, isn't it? Yeah. And judging by the height of these bridge abutments, we're guessing the road here. Cargo express. I'm guessing the road here was at a lower level. They've kind of smoothed out the level of the hill, because these are visibly YEB cable sign on the other side there. Right, let's get back up on the track bed then. That concrete wall is still on our left hand side here, so all this sidings all the way across. It's quite a wide plateau. Right. I don't want us walking through there. It's like a little trail, John. Oxo cubes. It's like the base of a colour light, that, doesn't it? Signal post. It does look like we're coming to the end of this wide section. Now it's all starting to close up. I think I do fancy a cup of tea. Maybe a bar of chocolate or a snack or something like that. Oh, why don't more disused railways have little line side cafes? Where are we?
Magic Wood Cafe.
Magic Wood Cafe.
Cheers. Big walk. I need loads of food, and I was never. I was put on weight. I just walked 12 miles up a hill. I put on weight.
Yep, it is. So the Magic Wood Cafe, just to give them another name plug. Nice little stop off. It's such a bonus to get a little bite to eat or a cup of coffee. It's in an old brickworks. So you can still see the arched windows there on that wall. Can't be that far now, John, surely.
No, probably about a mile and a half.
Bit of a slant on that one, hasn't it? Carl Coates. This is right. Okay. Right. So it would have been, what year would this have been? About 1997 when I did Duke of Edinburgh Awards, and I remember we walked from, was it from Bamford? You know, in the Hope Valley. Walked down Derwent, over the top of Howden Moor, Langsett, and crossed over that bridge. It's all coming back to me now. I remember walking through Carl Coates and then down to let's say Hazelhead, it's what we used to call it, where we camped for the night. That must have been the gold expedition, because that's some distance, isn't it? If you said to me now, walk from Bamford to here, seems like the other side of the world. With that massive rucksack carrying your tent, all your clothes and your food for 5 days. Just drinking those views. Wow, look at that house over there.
We'll leave this episode there, but next time we'll pick up at Dunford East Junction just before the former sorting sidings, before heading onto Dunford Bridge stations and the entrance to the Woodhead Tunnel. As always, a massive thanks to everyone who supports me. It's quite a growing list now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Quite a feat of engineering through some unforgiving landscape. So see you on the next one. Take care.